Polar bears themselves are big animals. They got big because they had rich things to eat, a rich diet of seals and a lot of fat. Males get up quite commonly around 800 to 1,000 pounds. They can get up around 1,600 to 1,800 pounds. They live up to about 25 years. Females are about half the size. They live into their early 30s or in the wild naturally. They live into their early 40s in zoos sometimes. They start breeding when they're 4 to 6 years old. Most of the cubs that are born are 2 cub litters. That's about 2/3 of the cubs, and about a third of the cubs are single cub litters, and then there's the occasional triplets. What I want to try and do is talk about 2 things. I want you to come away with an understanding a bit about the natural history of polar bears and why ice is so important to them. Then secondly, I want to talk about how they, once you really see a little bit about how much the bears use ice, and you'll see that in all the hunting pictures and so on, they're all on ice one way or another. So then what some of the things that we're seeing now already with the loss of ice in some areas, sadly we know very little about is how is climate warming affecting the ring seals, because it's all very well to say, well, if we've got ice, the bears will be just fine, but bears have to eat something. They don't eat ice. So what are they doing out on the seas, and what's happening with the seals? So we're looking at, I think, a period of rapid change, and we've confirmed through long-term research projects that the effects are quite serious. In Western Hudson Bay is probably the area that's being affected most. We're seeing the same patterns of weights and the declines of weights and changes in sea ice.